Mm, yeah. Ah, Pull up a chair. This is Shop's Corner. Little light on an ordinary day. Stories and smiles, every word warmer, pointing every heart a better way. Welcome to Shop's Corner, where the wounded rest a while, where a quiet word of faith turns to laughter, turns to smiles. Every poem, every story says you love, you still belong. This is Shop's Corner, where your heart can sing along.
Previously on Sharp's Corner. Eliana's journey didn't begin with a yes. It began with several no's. Doors closed, plans changed, and what she thought God was doing didn't happen the way she expected. But when Eliana stopped chasing the opportunity and started trusting the one who gave her the purpose, everything began to change. She told the stories God placed on her heart. She served. She created, and she waited until one day. The yes she had been waiting for finally came. But what Eliana didn't know was that the opportunity wasn't the whole assignment. Every assignment begins with one more conversation between you and God. After years of waiting, after countless closed doors, Eliana was finally stepping into the opportunity she'd prayed for. But sometimes, the thing we think is the blessing is only the door God uses to lead us toward the real assignment. The day had finally come. What once existed only in Eliana's prayers was now becoming real. London, a new country, a new opportunity, and a new chapter she couldn't fully see yet. Her family came to see her off. There were hugs, smiles, a few tears, and plenty of reminders to call home. But before Eliana walked away, her father handed her something familiar, her Bible.
Keep this close, Eliana, and remember what I've always told you.
I'll be careful, Dad. I'll call you as soon as I land. I'm so grateful for this moment.
As the plane lifted into the sky, Eliana watched everything familiar grow smaller beneath her. She wasn't leaving because she had everything figured out. She was leaving because God had opened the door, and she had decided to walk through it. Somewhere between the place she knew and the place God was sending her. Eliana prayed, "Lord, thank you for trusting me with this opportunity. Wherever you lead, I'll follow."
I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Welcome to London, Eliana.
And then, there it was, London. The city she had only imagined was suddenly outside her window. Eliana smiled. After every closed door, God had brought her here. Kingdom Creators Collective wasn't simply another media company. Their mission was clear: help Christian entrepreneurs, storytellers, filmmakers, and digital creators create content that impacts culture, while pointing hearts back to Christ. For Eliana, it felt like everything she had been preparing for.
We didn't invite you because your videos look beautiful. We invited you because every story pointed back to Christ. That's difficult to find.
During her welcome meeting, Eliana finally learned why KCC had chosen her. It wasn't because her videos were perfect. It wasn't because her stories looked beautiful. They had noticed something else. Eliana smiled. The very thing God had told her not to leave out was the reason this door had opened.
Have you found a church yet?
That's actually my next prayer.
A few of us attend Grace Fellowship London. Come with us Sunday.
I'd love that.
The opportunity was important, but Eliana knew her relationship with God couldn't become secondary to the assignment. So when someone at KCC invited her to church, that Sunday, Eliana walked into Grace Fellowship London. Different country, different faces, but the same God. As worship filled the room, something inside her settled. Maybe God hadn't only prepared a place for her to work, maybe he had also prepared a place for her to grow. Later she writes, "Thank you for giving me a church family." Before leaving church that Sunday, Eliana noticed someone sitting quietly nearby, a young man. Their eyes met. She smiled. He smiled back. Nothing was said. Nothing seemed unusual. And Eliana didn't give the moment another thought.
Today we create with purpose. Let's focus on impact, not just views.
The days quickly became full. Eliana taught creators how to tell meaningful stories without losing the message God had given them.
Let's prototype this for the next sprint.
There were meetings, ideas, strategies, and conversations about how creativity could become ministry. There were late afternoons spent planning lessons and developing new projects. But before creating, Eliana learned to pray because she never wanted the work God gave her to become more important than the God who gave it.
Remember, your calling matters more than clicks. Tell the story God put in you with faithfulness.
Little by little, the vision began becoming reality. And somewhere between work and ministry, London slowly began feeling less like a destination and more like home.
I love evenings like this.
Still, there were moments when Eliana wondered, God, why did you really bring me here?
How's London?
How's your walk with God?
Everything's wonderful.
And no matter how far she traveled, home was still only a phone call away.
Hey, is this seat free?
Please, join me.
Then one afternoon, Eliana saw a familiar face. The young man from church. This time, at a coffee shop. They recognized each other. A nod became a hello, and hello became a short conversation. Nothing deep, nothing dramatic, just another ordinary encounter. Or at least, that's what Eliana thought. As Eliana continued through her day, something about that encounter stayed with her. She didn't know why, and she didn't try to figure it out. Sometimes, God allows us to notice something before he tells us why it matters. Sunday came around again, and Eliana returned to the church that was beginning to feel like home. But when she took her seat, there he was. The same person she kept crossing paths with, now sitting right beside her. Eliana noticed, but she didn't try to make anything of it.
God says, my thoughts are thoughts, neither are your ways my ways. Sometimes we understand why God sent us somewhere.
Those words stayed with Eliana. Maybe London wasn't only about what she came here to do. Maybe God was beginning to show her something more.
Thank you so much. Take care. We've got more for you here.
That week, KCC partnered with Grace Fellowship for a community outreach. There were families to serve, food to distribute, hands to hold, and people who simply needed prayer. And among the volunteers, Eliana saw him again.
Do you create too?
Not anymore.
Later, Eliana noticed him standing quietly, watching some of the other creators work. Before Eliana could ask why, someone called him away. She watched him leave. But this time, she couldn't dismiss the encounter so easily. That night, Eliana couldn't stop thinking about his answer. Not anymore. Back at her apartment, she reached for the Bible her father had given her before she left home. And that's when she finally noticed the note tucked inside.
Never become so focused on where God sends you that you miss who He places in front of you. Love, Dad.
I give thanks for this night and the path before me.
That night, London looked different. The opportunity was still beautiful, But now Eliana understood there might be something more. Eliana came to London believing the assignment was about an opportunity. But God was beginning to show her that sometimes His greatest assignments aren't only about the places He sends us, but the people He places along the journey.
I trust you.
That night, Eliana still didn't understand everything God was doing. She didn't know why one person kept crossing her path. She didn't know what tomorrow would bring. But she knew this. The God who had been faithful through every no would also be faithful through this yes. So instead of asking for answers, she simply thanked Him. Before you go, I want you to think about something. Sometimes we become so focused on the door we've been praying for that when God finally opens it, all we can see is the opportunity. But what if the door was never only about where God was taking you? What if it was also about who God needed you to meet along the way? Eliana still doesn't know why this young man keeps crossing her path. But one thing is becoming clear. God didn't bring her to London by accident. And maybe some of the people God keeps placing in your path aren't there by accident either. So this week, don't just ask God, "Where are you taking me?" Ask Him, "Lord, who are you asking me to see?" Until next time, pull up a chair, take a moment, talk to God. This is Sharp's Corner, where stories speak and healing begins.
The plans we make alone. Sometimes the road gets longer before it leads us home. Several knows I didn't understand. Several knows that never fit my plans. I thought every closed door meant I was getting left behind. But looking back now, I can finally see